There we are. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I give you the mic. Please explain us the reading, the situation you are in.
Sure. Yeah. I don't necessarily have like a clear question to ask. It's just more just seeking insight and direction for the future. I as well have been laid off due to COVID. So I've been off work for too many months now. And I just kind of feel like I'm finding myself like in this weird like midlife crisis of just like, what do I do now? It's sort of like an identity crisis when it relates to like the what I put my hands to doing for work. I feel like I've just been the last couple months just knocking on so many doors, trying to find a new direction, trying to find something to do, and there's just been nothing giving way, no clear direction. So I've been dealing with a lot of frustration, disappointment, insecurity surrounding that. Yeah, just kind of just feeling lost. So just sort of wanting to open up to see if there's anything, any kind of direction or insight for what way I should go, what I should pursue. So yeah.
All right, we will look into it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have anybody ready? Or you always let me go first, guys? Okay, I can. That's so fine. So, where should I start here? This it's a pretty complicated reading, and it's even though the question sounded simple, the outcome is very complicated here, which I didn't expect. So at the moment, the first card I pulled is the Angel of Ascension, and that's why all what you explained is really pointing to the root connection, the spiritual root. We have the Angel of Abundance in reverse, so yeah, the money flow is not great. Also, the playfulness is not great, and then the bridge for the analyzer. Now it's this card, which tells me that there's a decision to be taken, and as long as it's not taken, you keep on hurting yourself, suffering, as you explained yourself. So that is the situation as for now. Yeah. See what I'm picking up on. It's definitely a creative job. Okay, you need this creativity is the first thing what is very strong with me. There is though a change in you, a dead of old habits, probably related to the old jobs and thinking patterns. What is going on? Maybe slower than you like it, and that is the first thing I'm picking up. Yeah. The thing is, what I'm perceiving, just in what direction, it is a creative direction where you never have thought or never saw yourself before, okay? It's a complete new path, and I can't pick up on what it is, but I'm sure if I would tell you now, you would say, no, that's impossible. That's how far away it is from what you perceive at the moment. That's why, and if I look at the money flow, I unfortunately have to say that it's still a process which I see going on for at least 6, 7 more weeks before you have the foot on the ground again and finally have the direction. There seems to be the need to explore all of these things, because with all of these opportunities, even if you suffer, you explore a part of yourself. Sometimes even just knowing what you don't want helps you to know better what you want or what you need for yourself in life. Just saying, the next steps, what I'm seeing here, it is important in certain aspects to hold your ground, to get back the playfulness and the structure. There's something in you what craves for more structure again. It's the counterpart to creativity, and nonetheless, once these things align, I see the law flowing again, friends, family, and everything, because that seems to be one of the other topics that all of this grows together here. So in the end, for the outcome, normally I pick up certain direction, but I know you will find it. It's the end of work, but it's also funny enough. It's connected how kind you are to others. It seems like you are the person who has sometimes too much of a big heart, and therefore you get hurted, and that needs to stop absolutely. And you need to put your foot down on that one, definitely. Um, and then we have the divine female thrown in reverse, which says the same again. Okay, your creative flow is great, but the creative flow needs that structure, and that's when the things align that you find this. Okay, I'm not sure what you would define as a job with structure or creativity, but that's absolutely what I'm seeing in this year. And I see once you pick up on that, I would say it's end February, March-ish in time period. That's where I see the longevity coming in, and that's what you will pursue probably for many years afterwards. So there's a bit like we had before, there's a path in going into this year. That's why I said it's pretty complicated how the structure is. But in the end, that's what I would say for a startup here.
Thank you.
Good. Pericles?
Awesome. So first things first, you've done tremendous work. So you've planted your seeds very, very well. So the current worry that you're going through in your mind is unnecessary, just product of the mind. Because from what I'm seeing here, you will be self-employed, and that's why perhaps this might take a bit more time, or it's a bit like unclear at the moment. I do not see you working for someone else. The card that I pulled for you is the King of Fire, which is a person who's very driven. He's an organizational manager, but he has great insight too, and he's just focused and committed. There is a lot of success that you've had. You've done a lot of great work in the past, and it's paying off now. However, though, it seems that there are some people that you're competing with, someone that is troubling you, or something in your environment which is creating you this sort of like friction. And actually, this has to be resolved. And as this gets resolved, the cards that I pulled is a lot of love. So I pulled the Divine Female as well, which is coming your way. And I believe that she will also open up doorways for you. Your own intuitive abilities and your own psychic abilities will open up, and you'll gain higher insight, not just about yourself, but about the world and how everything works. And as this new insight opens up, I think the alignment with work and daily life will just become more one. So I would say it's not necessarily the time for action. It's more like the time for insight and just being able to see the situation for what it is, and just going within to see how it will all unfold. And no need to worry at all. The cards that I pulled here are all very successful. You've done great work. You are a leader. You're very creative. You're also very structured. You're very focused. You're hardworking. And there is a beautiful female coming your way, which is going to be more intuitive than you, which is going to be fun to see. But yeah, I think it's looking all perfect, actually. And it might take some more time, because what you're going to get into is going to be much closer to your soul alignment than just any random job that you find down the street. So good news.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll go next. Okay. So what I picked up was that have you been researching on the internet for a job, going for interviews, studying perhaps even, or studying, or learning something new, reading a book?
I've been looking online a lot for jobs, and whenever I find one that I'm interested in, before I've had the interview, I do a lot of research.
Yeah,
and just learning about the company, trying to get as much information as I can before I go to the interview. That's been kind of my process. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I've picked that up quite a bit. And you're trying to come up with different ideas of how you can earn an income, and different ways that you want to, serve your own purpose. Okay, have you had sleepless nights, feeling weak and with no energy? That's what I'm picking up as well, is that you haven't been sleeping. You're very tired. It is an exhausting process though, so it is understandable. Okay. related to your finances and finding a job. Just know that the universe is busy sending you signs regarding your home life. You just need to pay attention to them. Okay, but there are new positive beginnings, and like Pericles said, there's positive outcome regarding your situation. The universe is listening to you. There's good news coming your way. There's new positive beginnings. There's big happy changes as well. Okay, big happy changes coming your way. Oops. All right. This is a learning experience that you have to go through as well. It's a lesson that you need to learn. Are you perhaps maybe moving somewhere, or maybe moving for it? Maybe if you're not, maybe there is a potential for a move regarding your job.
Not for job that I'm aware of. I have very, very close people in my life that are moving.
Okay. Well, there's travel involved. That just could be now, could be later, could be related to your job, could be a personal matter. But either way, if you're traveling, it's nice. But you're going to probably choose a new direction that you weren't that you didn't have in mind. Okay, you just need to be assertive, make yourself heard, make yourself known, put your foot down. Perhaps you're the type of person that is hesitant to ask for help, or for a job, or like things we haven't thought of, that we don't think about when we're asking. But there is no need to worry. The decision's actually entirely up to you. That's what revolves around all of this. Either way, there's a positive outcome coming your way. You just need to be happy now. Think positive. Positive thoughts create positive results. Take your time making the decision. Okay, listen to your intuition. It will lead you to your purpose. But either way, you've got the star card, which is happy outcomes, and a celebration as well. Okay, which you'll be in a job that you will be happy in. Okay, but it's taking time to get there, because you're learning what you enjoy, what you don't want, and you're going to also be surprised of certain job that you'll probably land up in that you didn't think of ever. Okay, but it will be big happy changes for you. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I can go next.
Please.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. But first of all, I had the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is all about the choices that you didn't make, the things that didn't happen that led you to where you are today. And so all the jobs you didn't get, all the path you didn't take, all of that is led you to where you are. And the jobs you wanted that you didn't get that's the reason why it didn't happen is because I see here, by the way, that there's a lot of healing going on, detoxifying of your mind. And it's a difficult process to go through. And it's really hard because it happened without you wanting it to happen. It was forced upon you. But it's because it was meant to happen. And so you are where you are now because that's where you're exactly meant to be. And that gives you strength, and that will eventually to happiness. And there's a lot of cards here that say that something big is going to happen. The super moon card came up, and that card doesn't come up often. And it says that basically everything that you will take venture of, it's going to be very, very successful. So that's all about success, all about a big change. But there's also still a lot of cards in the spirit realm of my reading that's all about seeing your cup half full, being grateful, also being overwhelmed. And then there's a little cluster here with money. That's the Seven of Wands, being in conflict. And then there's the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's the being conflict of being stingy with your money, but also overspending at the same time. And it's like, what do I do? Where do I go? I want to spend, I can't spend. And then it's this entire mentality of, well, because I can't spend, I don't have. And then you see your cup is half empty, but really you have so much. And then there's also a lot of the wands, and there's the Ace of Wands, which is the beginning of a creative journey. So like everyone else has said, there's definitely something new that's going to happen. And that one is matched with the Mother of Wands, which is all about self-care, being independent, being talented. So when Pericles said that you're going to probably work for for yourself, it does make a lot of sense. You're either going to work for yourself, or you're going to have a lot of independence in the next job that you're going to have in creativity wise. I think that's more what it comes down to, because I also know you, so I know that I also know that you kind of want to have more structure than just create structure. So I think you're gonna have a lot of creativity in that next job, and it's gonna spark a lot for your mental. It's gonna be so good for your mental state. But definitely just trust the process. And this is really, really good that it happened to you, because I think that all of these months you're going to bring that into your next venture and into your next job, and that's what's going to make you successful, because you're going to have so much drive, and you're going to want to prove yourself, and you're going to want to do better for yourself and do better by yourself and for others. And so I think this is really going to be good for you, because you create what you create, and you attract what you put out there. So if you start to really be okay with the fact that it's not going well right now, and be okay with the fact that you're overwhelmed, and still see that you still have a roof over your head, and that you're still, you have friends, and that it'll come to you at some point. And when it comes to you, you'll be so happy and so grateful, and you'll be like, okay, these last whatever months that I've been struggling, I'm taking that with me, and it was all worth it, and I'm gonna keep this job and prove everyone wrong. So, not wrong, because there's no reason for that, but I think you know what I mean when I say that. But basically, that's what I mean.
Thank you.
My turn. So, I think everyone got this point. So I just want to remember, you are not in crisis because you have no resources. It's the opposite. You have a lot of resources. It's not organized yet, okay? But it's pretty normal, because you are a couple of months creating new ideas. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes you don't want it anymore. You just want flow. But it's part. You give birthday of a lot of projects in your life, and it will be amazing. So take your time, okay? And I also can see a lot of success in your life, a lot of money, a lot of things. It will be really great, okay? You just need to stop to criticize yourself so hardly. Okay? Sometimes you overthink. You have an amazing mind. What?
I'm my own worst critic.
Yes, of course.
I know that. I'm very hard on myself.
I saw, because here I have the death card with the creativity cards, and you are criticizing your creativity. No, stop it. Okay, you have both parts of mind working well. Let's say the creativity part, and also the organizing part. The part of to organize. You just have to work at the same time, okay? Not criticize yourself, just let it go. If you feel like you are overthinking, try to go to your body, okay? It's my strategy. For example, when you are too much stressful and you still work, it's not gonna happen, because you have to let this energy flow of all your body, okay? So let's try to do something for yourself regarding body, okay? including that in your routine, it will be very necessary, including with your emotions. Sometimes I also can see someone entering your life. Sometimes for this partner, let's say, you seems kind of hurted or not available sometimes because you are too much with a lot of thoughts and projects, and that's okay. So try to balance all the fields of your life, okay? It's my advice. So the main thing of meditation, for example, exercise, a lot of things you have to put in your routine, okay? A kind of take a rest, a breathe. So after that, you can continue with your project, because I also think you will be self-employed, okay? I also think, or a lot of freedom, as Loris and Perk said, okay? And I think the most difficult part in to be self-employed is manage the stress, okay? So you already are doing that. I think quarantine was not easy for everyone, so it's part of the process. You have to manage your body, your mind, and soul, and everything, okay? But you are in the right side. Just stop to criticize yourself and flow, okay, with all your body, your creativity. It will be amazing, okay? Trusting the guidance.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Hello, High Priest. Would you give reading considering job orientation? Basically, to sum it up, this is where it's going. Do you want to jump in and close up here for me?
Certainly. Is there nobody else to go before me?
No, we all waited for you, just.
I'm the background of this most interesting of sorts. Okay.
Okay. If you don't mind repeating it quickly in a few sentences, Nicola, so she can pick up.
Yeah, basically, I just explained to them I got laid off due to COVID months ago, and I've just been feeling very lost, trying to figure out what I should do. So I said kind of like, I feel like I'm in a midlife crisis in a way. I've been knocking on a lot of doors, trying a lot of interviews, trying to find something to do, and it's just been no clear direction. And so, yeah, just kind of seeking guidance for that.
Beautiful. Well, let's go on the fly as we do. My dear, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Great.
Beautiful.
Nick.
Wonderful.
A lot of people call me.
We begin with the Queen of Wands, and she is this able to even... Okay, if I put the card up on the screen, it completely blanks out. It's a beautiful illustration whereby she has turned a tree into an instrument, a harp of sorts, and in the forest amongst beings that are hibernating. There are foxes hibernating beneath the grove. So she is weaving her works. So where we begin with this, in this timely moment of the winter, of really cultivating that which is to come, strumming the strings of what it is your chord. So your greatest strength is not going to come from the logical mind. In fact, it is actually very much a quieting of that logical mind. More than a quieting, it's more like a... So we begin to experience life differently if we so choose. I've enjoyed expressing thinking with the body and feeling with the mind, for example. So in this, going forward, there is also an aspect of course, if we are seeking out opportunities, particularly financial opportunities, usually we are more careful with our spendings. And so, be it as it may, if it is something that is going to be investing in you, you are being reminded that this battle you have in yourself at the moment, and we have a big conflict marked with the Tower card here, and then the Sun straight after. So whatever it is you've been toiling with yourself of a particular coach, or it's a female, she presents a really beautiful direction and a way, very much a like the High Priestess in the flow of guiding you between the visible and the invisible realms, helping you reaffirm what you already know, and helping you set you further on your way. There is, oh, I like this very much. So, you're single at present, yes?
No.
Not single at present. Well, that's fine and perfectly lovely, because what I'm seeing here is there's then a complete renewal in this love, because it's perfectly fine in all of this, because this renewal, what that will be found, is all in this newer expression of you. Oh, and quite remarkable, actually. And so this all comes to light. You are not meant to do this alone. You have help that is coming your way. You are very well and discerning in this. So be discerning in the company that you keep, less discerning in the finances that are to keep you into coming into that next level of yourself. And so that's where is the biggest thing that's coming up again and again. You are to be investing in yourself. You already know where it is that you're supposed to be going. You already have an inkling as to it. So I'm reaffirming to you that, again, here we are, and we are with the Fool. It's a whole new beginning, and she will help to take you there, that which is already within yourself. So there we are.
Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you very much. Do you have any further questions to these readings?
Not any specific questions. No, there were a lot of things that really connected and made sense. Like, yeah, I feel very at peace with all of that.
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
Okay, then I thank you, and I think from what we saw, we know you will find your way and be successful. So all the best for that adventure for you, and thank you for being with us. So
thank you very much.